Hello, this is Tanner, and today I'm bringing you a very special heirloom recipe, my grandmother's scones. Now, this recipe is very simple with only a handful of ingredients, so let's get into it. First off, what we're going to do is sift our flour and sugar together in a bowl. Then we're going to mix our cream and our milk together. We're going to form a well in the middle of our flour and pour our cream and milk straight into it. Going to give this a little mix, add our pinch of salt, and then finish mixing it together until it's combined. Once all the ingredients are combined, if you find that it's a little sticky, feel free to add a little bit more flour. Or if you find that it's a bit dry, just add a tiny bit more milk to it. Once everything's combined and it has a bread dough texture, we're going to turn it out onto our board and just give it a quick knead. Now you don't want to overwork the dough, because the longer you work it, the more stickier it will get. So once you get it to a consistency where it's just barely sticky to the touch, we're going to flour our rolling pin and roll out our dough. Now the next bit's up to you, and you can make them any shape you like, but I'll just use the standard cookie cutter. So I'll roll my dough out to about an inch thick, I'm going to flour my cookie cutter, and just cut out my scones. Once you finish cutting out your scones, just re-roll the dough you have left, flatten it back out, and cut the rest. After you've used all the dough, we're going to flour our cooking tray, put our scones on top, and a little trick that my grandmother always used to use was to take a little bit of milk and just brush the top of each scone. And what this trick does is that while the scones are cooking in the oven, the scones will develop a nice golden brown colour on top, and it just makes them look that much better when they come out. So these are ready to go into the oven now, so put them in for about 10 to 15 minutes or until nice and golden on top. And through the magic of editing, you can see here that mine are instantly cooked. So once we take them out, we're just going to put them on a cooling rack. You can see that nice golden colour, and that's about all there is to it. Now if you have scones, you have to have them with jam and cream because that is just the way it's done. But if you prefer to use something else, go for it. Now, this recipe's been in our family for years and my grandmother was very kind enough to share it with me. I've made these with her since I was a little kid and she has made thousands and thousands of these over the years and they are just as good every single time. So a big thank you to my grandmother for letting me bring this recipe to you. And that is my grandmother's scones. Dunsky.